question. It's a short one. It's a little more like a technical one. I read that when we touch some parts of our body that are usually covered, we have to wash our hands. So what happens when we take a shower and we touch certain parts of our body? Do we have to wash our hands after we take a shower?
Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's a very good question. So let me just clarify what does it mean. So of course it's is it very different from between men and women? I don't know. I don't think so. So everywhere when places are usually covered, so everywhere. So everywhere meaning if it's not face or hands, so it's all other places, like maybe neck or something. If somebody scratches himself and he needs or she needs to say a blessing or learn Torah or pray, so they would need to wash the hands the same way as they wash the hands after the bathroom, right? But if you don't not planning to learn Torah or say the blessing, so you're cooking, for example, you cleaning the house, right? You're there with a vacuum, so you're not obligated to wash your hands until later on. But I would say, that's my personal thing, I would wash because me personally I would forget. For sure, I would forget. So like if let's say I did the cleaning of the house and after I finish I need to have some drink, I would forget to wash my hands. So I am trying to do is if I touch myself, so I just go and wash your hands. So and it for example, the most common question is hair. So hair, like men under the kippah, it's called covered hair. That's why when we need to scratch, we scratch ourselves with the kippah, right? So not to touch the scalp, but the other hair that is open. So if you touch the hair, there is no problem. But if you touch the scalp, that's the problem. Then you would have to go wash your hands. And after the shower, of course, you're touching yourself, right? So again, it has nothing to do with uncleanliness, right? Like physical uncleanliness. It's spiritual. So even though one of the explanation, because these body parts usually that cover the sweaty, especially in olden days, we have to remember most people would take a bath or shower. They don't want to shower, but bath or something, go to the public baths only once a week, and many maybe once in 2 weeks. So they were very sweaty. So of course, if somebody scratching themselves or touching themselves, of course it would be like sweat, like physical sweat, and it's poison, this and that. But the second explanation is more spiritual. So we go by both of them. Okay. What else? Any other questions?
Rabbi.
Yes. Okay, you're welcome. Any other questions? Anybody else? Any topic? Okay, Daniel, go ahead. You have one more question for us? Or no?
Yes. Well, we can actually follow the same line of this washing hands, the issue of washing hands. So, can we wash our hands 3 times for no specific reason? Meaning, just to be cautious, just to say, okay, perhaps I touched something I should not have touched, or just in case any of these things that I could not remember, can I just go wash my hands?
Yes. There's no problem whatsoever. No problem whatsoever. And we actually, since we're on washing of the hands, so there is Chol HaMoed says that when we eat something moist, right, something is covered with water, we have to wash our hands, because impurity can transfer from our hands. Let's say when we touch our shoes. So forget about covered part. Even when we tie the shoelaces, we have to wash our hands also. So if you have the slip-on shoes that you don't touch with your hands, there is no problem. You don't have to wash. Like when you use a shoehorn, there is no problem. But otherwise, like there is such a big impurity on the ground, like from all the filth. So there is impossible to make the shoes kosher. Yeah, you understand? So even on top, even on the bottom, so we have to wash our hands. So that's very important when you have to go to the bathroom and you have to go outside. So first, I would say go put on shoes, go to the bathroom, but then wash your hands, and you're good, right? But it's one thing, and another thing. If you go back to our moist food, so if I want to eat an apple, so I just wash an apple, so it's still moist. If I want to wipe it with a towel, make it like perfectly dry, there is no problem. But if I'm going to eat like that, so my hands are wet, my apple is wet, so in this case I have to wash as I would wash for bread. You understand? But without blessing, and that's what we do. Some people say it's people say many things, but the Shulchan Aruch says do, we do. Okay. No blessing. Okay.
Can you repeat that again, Rabbi? That you wash your hands and then
for the foods that are moist, like that you just washed, and you're going to eat them with your hands. So the thing is same as why we wash twice on one hand, twice on another hand, right? When we wash for bread, so we're trying to get rid of impurity that was on our hands, right? So it would not pass to bread. Okay, so even the bread is dry, and it's an exception of the rule. If what I can tell you that this exception explained, but same idea, not to pass impurity from our hands to this apple and then eat this apple with impurity, and impurity passes only through some medium. One of the medium is water, through one of the 7 liquids. So one of the 7 liquids is water, right? So we have to wash our hands. So does everybody do it? No. Some people never heard. Like they say it's somebody, like a few people that said, no, that's what Sephardim do. I said, no, that's what Jews do. Just some people, like they say things because they're not educated. They conclude. I said that it's a praise for Sephardic people. Yeah, that's a big commendable if you see that they do. But it's actually Mishnah Brura. Go ahead. Sorry.
So when you, let's say, I wash my hands, so I have to dry my hands in order to get that wet apple. Or I'm confused with.
No, but if your apple is wet, you have to wash your hands, or you dry your apple dry. If you dry your apple with a towel or paper towel, or whatever, napkin.
They're okay.
Yes,
okay.
and then you dry your hands. For example, if they were wet, if they were never wet, there is no problem.
Oh, okay, awesome.
So it's one of the two. So for example, right. So if you just wash your hands, wash your apple, right? You use a spray, special kosher spray, veggie wash. Some people ask me, I said they enjoy it very much. So veggie wash, and because even apple they spray with a thing that for preservation, and some of them are not kosher. Just so you know, they put the wax. They used to put the bee wax, which is kosher, of course, but today they put all of the other chemicals, the cheaper than the bee wax, and many of them not kosher. But this veggie wash, right? You can just make sure it's kosher. I use specific, but I mean for many years, because it works very well for us. So you spray on this apple, you wash it to wash off these impurities, like that not kosher, but they dissolve with this soap, special soap, and you dry it. If you dry completely and your hands are dry, there is no problem. You don't have to wash your hands. But if your hands are still wet, or apple is still wet, so you have to wash your hands. No blessing. That's the thing.
Thank you. I have another question, Rabbi.
Please.
I heard that you're allowed to sleep with a pet in your bed, or that is kind of like
There's
idolatry or something. I can't remember. Is that what the Torah refers to? You sleeping with the pet, or
I never heard anything about pets that it's forbidden.
or bugs, right?
No, I mean I don't think so. I mean, maybe there is something that I do not know, maybe kabbalistically or something, but halachically, I don't see any problem. Like sleeping with a grown up, like children, would be an issue, but but otherwise, no problem. Like sister and brothers, like, but otherwise, no.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.